All right, welcome to this full moon in Leo. The 5 things you need to know about this full moon in Leo. Grab your journals. As like I said, spoiler alert, this full moon is all about where am I seeking validation? What no longer serves me? Where was I seeking validation and it no longer serves me? You know, Leos are, I am a Virgo. I identify as a Leo. As you can't tell already from my hair, Leos like the spotlight. And when a Leo is in alignment, divinely shines. So all of us get to divinely shine in this Leo full moon when we are in alignment. This is asking us, where are we out of alignment? So number 1, and these are prompts. So the first prompt is, what part of you is seeking validation from external forces and sources? What part of you is seeking validation from external forces and sources? Leo is good and strong on boundaries, as a good boundary holder when is aligned. When Leo is aligned, can be very strong. In fact, almost one of the strongest in the whole zodiac. However, that shifts when we're seeking outside validation, acceptance, or desire outside of ourselves. When we are out of alignment. When we're out of alignment, you see what I did there? So the example of this, and I invite you to reflect on an episode in your own life. I'll share mine. So I had a belief that I had to be a cheerleader in order to make it in high school, in order to make it in life. And for those who've been on this journey with me, you've heard this story before, right? And so in 8th grade, I tried out for being a cheerleader. I did all the moves, the best of my ability. I rocked it out and I didn't make it. And I thought my life was over. I thought it was done. And I would never I was not going to make it in high school, which meant I wasn't going to make it in life. Like, it was just done. And I went and I made up a story that I was not pretty enough and I was too fat. And then I also decided, being the Virgo Leo energy that I am, that I would find another way. And I was going to have the most accomplishments in the back of the yearbook. That's a whole different Oprah episode that we'll get to another time, another goddess episode. However, from that moment of seeking validation outside of myself, I made myself live into the story that I had to be skinny and blonde and that I needed to be a cheerleader in order to make it in life. Do you get where the story comes from? Like, maybe it's hair, maybe it is maybe it's what you look like. Maybe it's your academics. Maybe you come from a family of doctors and it's being doctors. So whatever that is for you, fill in the blank. And then how your entire life was based off of that. You're hearing validation from Leo. I don't know if you can hear that. How your entire, so the people you hung out with, the people you dated, the people you were in relationship with, reflecting back to you that desire to be accepted in a culture, in a society, in what you have would validate, accept, desire, and how did your life unfold from that point? We are now in this full moon. Talk about heavy. In this full moon is asking us, where did we go in that? And are we still basing our choices, decisions, where we live, what we wear, our hair, our relationships, our jobs, our color preference, our matcha lattes that we drink, the eat food that we, all the things, are those out of being accepted, or are those out of true alignment? Yes, I used it again. Alignment. So that is where we're going. That is where we are going. And that's just number one. So Laura referenced, this is the year of 7, a change of perspective. What is my actual truth? What is my actual truth? Oh, I mean, I could just leave it at that. So as we are 3 days plus or minus the full moon, so before and after. So this is happening February 5th, 2023. 3 days before, 3 days after is when we are feeling it the most, that we're in this Leo full moon. You may get triggered. And here is the thing. You may get triggered by certain words. You may get triggered by this. Yay. And this is an opportunity. Triggers are an opportunity to look at, it's a mirror of where we get to go and what we get to be healed by. This is inner child work. We are going back to see where we didn't feel validated as a child, usually from a mom-dad relationship, from our childhood. And if we finally look to resolve that in this full moon, peace is available. In dropping this, peace is available. Who's up for that? I'm here for some peace. Peace. And when I have peace inside myself, I am, especially in the divine feminine, I am peace in the I, the we, and the all. It ripples out. I am the emotional consciousness of the planet. Then it cannot help but to be reflected out. So I get to do the work first. Those around me can't help but do the work when I do the work first. So close out this cycle, break free of old narratives. Number 2, prompt, what am I being called to love about myself? What am I being called to love about myself? Take a body scan, check in. What am I being called to love about myself? We beat ourselves up so much about what's wrong with us, what I'm doing wrong, what I got to improve, what I got to fix. What do I get to love about myself? I mean, you already survived a pandemic. You already did, you're here. You clearly have embraced change. You've adapted. You've grown through that divorce, that children leaving the house, birthing a child, the job leaving, the fracture in the family, the fill in the blank. We all got change happening. And here you are. What do you get to love about yourself? Ah. Adapting through our personality, choosing your personality. I think that's release inner child insecurities. What we were just talking about, looking through your heart lens. So Leo is our heart chakra. Leo heart chakra. Ugh. This is the invitation. All there is love or fear. And fear is lack of love. So where do I get to put more love into my life? It's the love month. Welcome to February. And I get to love myself before I love others. So where do I get to put the heart lens on? Where do I get to come from my heart? What do you think? What is your Wonder what I wrote. Yes. 3, feeling uncomfortable being seen. Leo needs to be seen. So, where am I feeling uncomfortable being seen? What area of my life am I feeling uncomfortable being seen? Where do you reject your gift? How dare you not share your gift, especially now, right now? If not you, who? If not now, when? This is the time. Ay, ay, ay. Where are you rejecting your gift? This is the sign. If you were looking for a sign, this is the sign. They're in the sign of your sign, then this sign. Share your gift, whatever that looks like. This comes from lack of our this is insecurity of not trusting self, of seeking external validation, going back out. How many of us were told we were too much and we put our gift back in, we stuffed it away? You are being called to let your freak flag fly, your talent flag fly now, 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 now. When Leo is wounded, when our heart is wounded, insert heart, uncomfortable, what we cannot get, or comfortable, what we cannot get, we will, in this time, we will be put in the spotlight. You will be put on stage, in front of the microphone. You will be given an opportunity to speak. So this is the opportunity to reflect. Go back to number 1 in where am I seeking outside validation? Clear up that inner child insecurity, that old story, such where I was told I was too loud, that I was too this. Get really rooted and aligned in who you truly are. Who am I? And from that space, you are given the opportunity in this season to take the mic, to speak your truth. If you get that nudge, like I should speak up here in that PTA meeting, in that forum, on that Instagram live, in the fill in the blank. And you may not even know what that is yet. It may not be clear what that is. It may be a rally in your neighborhood and you are called to speak. Speak. You don't need a red carpet laid out for you. This entire the whole thing is made up. It's all made up, y'all. So grab the mic and make up your story. Now you get to carve your path. So ding, ding, ding. This is the universe telling you. So when this happens, and it will happen, take the mic, take the mic, take the mic. Now, there's also the opportunity to wait for important information. Important information will come to you. I can't tell you how often this month I've been just doing my due, and I get a zinger from the left or the right, and I follow the scent, and the path unfolds, and it is delightful, and it's exactly what I asked for, in no way what I thought it would look. Right? God laughs while we make plans. Number 4, you may feel irritable in this transit. This is where the triggers are opportunities to get feedback on what we are bypassing. Ooh, I hear that. So if you get triggered, that what an opportunity. What is triggering me? What about it is triggering me? And what about it is in me? Clearly it's in me that I am bypassing. Where do I get to go deeper in this? What about this person or this situation or what is being said is triggering for me that I get to reflect on? Oh, so good. They couldn't be any that's the medicine. That's the work that gets to happen. And the opportunity to flip the script. This is really where I've been living lately, is what's the opposite of this situation? What's the opposite of this scenario? What if I was doing this in my dating life as opposed to projecting outward, right? Of like, I'm putting myself out on the market. I'm dating so hard, or whatever that story is, getting a job so hard. What if I flip the script of I am creating, I hold the space of queendom, and I am interviewing kings to how many of us have seen the dragon show that was on HBO of interviewing kings to potentially sit on the throne with me, or those who are my potential co-workers, like who do I want to work with versus like pick me. I choose who do I want to spend my time with. It is such a shift in perspective, and it shifts the energy. And for those who are Abraham fans, shifting the energy, you are attracting. That is the law of attraction. You are tuning your dial to 98.7, and you are getting on the frequency of your desire. Also rejection. I want to talk a little bit about rejection. Rejection is a blessing. If you have gotten rejected lately, or maybe there is a rejection in your near future, thank you. Hallelujah. Thank you for that rejection. That is setting me on my right path. Thank you for not having me go down a road that was not meant for me. We have in our society come up with that that's a bad thing. We're just being asked for a redo. We're just being asked for a redo. And it is your birthright to be worthy. It is your birthright. You are worthy. Your fears of being accepted, actually having the success. What are you actually, this is a really good question. What would it actually feel like to have the success you desire, to actually have the relationship you want? Have you sat in the already having of it and the feeling of it? I know we talk about like it already being done. Have you really sat and like what it feels like to be in the living room of my new house, to have that new car, or be in that job of my dreams, to have the clients of my dreams, how my day flows? I was just talking to someone yesterday. They're like, oh, I want my studio to be filled with clients. And I was like, well, do you really want it to be jam-packed with clients and that you don't have time? Or do you want it to, like, you are running this empire and it's jam-packed with clients and you run a team of people? That's a different thing than being harried and burnt out versus running the empire and you work 2 days a week and you're out experiencing life. Like I really grabbed that perspective from the prosperous coach. And I always go back to that of what do I want my life to look like living in my coaching abundance, in my business abundance? What does my nonprofit look like when it is clicking along? And from that perspective, come back. Where is there fear in my body? Check in. So going back to the where are you being called to love yourself? Where do I have fear in my body? You find your desire, fear or love. No can be the biggest blessing. All right, I'm rounding the corner on, I think that was number 4. I think I'm on number 4 still. Fear or love, life's ebbs and flows. Yes, Leo agrees with that. Oh, we were talking about this earlier. Getting X, what is getting X going to do or get you? Like, it's the journey, not the destination. Like if I get to X, then why? What is there? It's a really good question to be asking ourselves at this point, and remembering that the journey is actually where the juice is. the juice, juicy juice. What parts of your soul are you journeying to accept? What parts of your soul are you journeying to accept? And then number 5, Leo's love, to give love, to receive love. There is no other goal than love. What emotion as a child did you suppress in order to fit in? What are you calling in this full moon, in your truth, naked, without old validation? This full moon is asking us to get naked. I am here for it. You know, I like to have no pants on. So here we go. I have pants on now, but we get naked from our old validation. Where in my life am I still holding on to validation? And I think that is a very interesting question to ask ourselves. Where am I still seeking external validation in my life? And I will leave us with that. The medicine for the month is cacao, obviously. Cacao, heart opening cacao. Yes. So in your full moon ceremonies, for those who are in Tribe, Spark, and Women on Fire, this Saturday, we will be doing a full moon ceremony, 9 a.m. Pacific time. And in your own full moon ceremonies, I invite you 3 days before and 3 days after of this Leo full moon. If you have cacao or get cacao, I invite you to sit with it, set an intention to open your heart and be with these 5 things. Really, where am I seeking validation, old validation in my life? Taking the whole scope of my life, getting clear on my alignment. That makes me giggle. And where do I get to come from? Love, out of the sake of love. I am in the devotion of love. Love is love is love. I am love. Where do I get to come from? Love. Where do I get to open up my heart even deeper to love? Coming from love. Where do I get to come from? Love in my relationships. Where am I not coming from? Love in my relationships. Where do I get to stand for love on the planet? Woo! It is saucy. It is hot in here. All right. That is this Leo full moon.